Hello everybody and welcome to a special episode of Today on the Spot. I'm your host Jem Major here and I've been sustained by tonkatsu and ramen, which could only mean one thing, Tokyo Game Show time. I'm joined by Ricardo, which can mean several things. Most likely, you want to talk about this show.
I do. I'm going to explain the show to you. So, you all know E3, big game show in the West. This is basically E3 for Asia, and it is every Japanese developer just about that you care about here showing off their new games, well, except for Nintendo.
Except for Nintendo. They want to do their own thing.
They do. They just kind of sit home and count the money now, but it's fine. Works for them.
All right, so what's been the big things on the show floor?
Big things on the show floor. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 has been pretty epic. They announced 4 new playable characters on the show floor. Today they actually announced 2 new additions to the roster, Albert Wesker and Spider-Man. So everybody freaking out about Spider-Man not being in the game doesn't have to worry about it now. There's lots of Monster Hunter stuff, feline cats, it's nuts. We've got a lot of Connect stuff, a lot of Move stuff. Even though it's not here on the show floor, there was finally some more talk about Last Guardian, and they announced the Team Ico collection for PS3, which is awesome because it's going to be high-res everything that you know and love.
Sounds like a lot of good stuff. We've also got a lot of content, we've got a lot of videos to be checking out, so let's jump into our first segment.
Hi guys, Laura here from GameSpot. I'm sitting down with Matsuyama-san, the producer, and Kimura-san, the director of Metal Gear Solid Rising. Thanks for joining us. Details on the story have been pretty scarce and there's been a lot of rumors about it. So can you shed any more details on what the storyline of Metal Gear Solid Rising will be like?
There's one rumor about some characters in the past Metal Gear Solid series will be coming out in MGS Rising. I can't tell you who they are at this stage, but I could confirm the number. It's not just one person or one character. There'll be maybe not so many, but there'll be several characters that you know of from the MGS franchise that will make a return in MGS Rising.
Now, as you just said, there'll be more focus on action in Rising, but there's also a stealth component. Are we talking the same kind of stealth as Snake, or are we talking a different kind of stealth?
It'll be different stealth than the stealth that you know from the past MGS series. The reasoning of hiding, for instance, is you were trying to just hide so that the enemies will go away. You know, this kind of stealth, I think, will not be seen so much in MGS Rising. The concept of MGS Rising has the Zandatsu concept. Zan means to cut, and Datsu means to take. But in order to live this concept, you're not going to hide anymore. It's more like an active stealth. You're going to hunt because you need the energy from the enemy, but you need not to get spotted from the enemy. So that's another aspect of stealth. So we call it the hunting stealth. Raiden, as a cyborg, he has much more different abilities than Snake, and he has this super, powerful cyborg body, which I want to show everyone that he'll do incredible things, even though he's hiding from the enemy and jumping around. He will be actively stealthy in a way, but more active stealthy in a way, and I want to make it, clear in MGS Rising that when you play, you'll have a fun time, even this hunting stealth.
So this morning at Microsoft's press conference, you decided to show a demo of the watermelon cutting. So I guess, why did you pick that one to show off?
At E3, when we showed the first trailer of it, there was at the very ending the cutting of the watermelon sequence. However, at Tokyo Game Show, for various reasons, we kind of cut that part out in the trailer that we show at Tokyo Game Show. So when people asked us to do a tech demo, we thought that it would make sense so that people feel connected after the E3 demo, and we'll explain our concept as well. So, that's why I selected that scene.
Can you quickly just take us through the game mechanics of the actual cutting control? Because in that demo we saw that players will be able to cut through at different angles, represented by a blue arc on the screen. How will the physics in the game allow for that to work?
I can't really talk about the controls because we haven't ironed out everything yet, but we pretty are close to fixing and concreting how the control mechanism will work on the controller. Now, how it works is that screen shows almost everything. It's a matter of where you aim and how you aim and which angle you want to cut. The blue arc, as you picked up, it represent which cutting plane, and the red line shows the actual cutting movement. At sometimes, at a point in the game, there are things that you cannot cut. So you have to adjust the angle and where you cut, and then make your move on slash. So that's how the mechanism will work.
You've stated that you want this game to be for a wider audience. Do you believe that more Japanese developers should be focusing on making games that appeal to both the Western market and the Japanese market? And do you think there is value in doing this?
It's clearly a fact that there are territories and market outside of Japan which are much bigger. So I believe it makes sense to always think about the market other than Japan for the Japanese creators as well. I talk to creators and Japanese creators, and there are actually a lot of people who are thinking, more globally and trying to look at the market outside of Japan. But at the same time, what I try to think important is that we always have to think, what can a Japanese creator create that the Western creators cannot create? That will always be the key to us. So I'll keep asking myself about this as well. I agree partly what Matsuyama-san said, and I disagree kind of in a way what Matsuyama-san said as well. Like from my point of view as a director on the technical side, technical enhancements and also the management side within the team, I think we have to really learn from our American and European publishers, because we think that aspect is way behind. I'm kind of talking about my team as well. We have to be more efficient. We have to really think about how we make the project more efficient or more productive, like the US and Europe team. Concerning how we make the product or the title, I agree with Matsuyama-san that we have to think about what Japanese creators are good at and what can we do. If we just copy what US creators and European creators do, we think that we could just come up with the same thing, and we don't want to do that. We want to, wow people saying that, oh, this was only possible from a Japanese creator, and that's one of my goals too.
Well, thank you very much for your time, and make sure you check out GameSpot for more information on Metal Gear Solid Rising and an upcoming release date.
So at TGS, there's always a lot of random trailers and games. I was looking forward to Dangerous Meat 2, maybe. But the one that won this year is Catherine. Kind of an odd trailer. I didn't really know what was going on with it. Fortunately, GameSpot Australia's Laura Parker was here to explain it to me. All right, so we're looking at Catherine here. Walk us through what's happening.
Right, so this is the first trailer for Catherine, and we picked this one because it has sheep in it, and we love sheep. Now, this is Vincent. He's a protagonist of the game, and he's afraid of dying, basically. And he's talking to his current girlfriend, Catherine, with a K, not a C. And he's telling her about all these nightmares that he's been having that involve him waking up with his eyes really wide open and falling sheep.
Now the sheep's coming back. Like, what's with the sheep flying around?
He's really scared of sheep and sheep dying. Yes, and gravity. And he can't deal with the sheep. And I think part of the game takes place in Vincent's nightmares. I think that's why we're seeing a lot of him dying, and this is the stuff that he's dreaming about. He's dreaming about his own death and climbing this eternal staircase to, I don't know, hell. And I love this bit.
Yep. Look down your pants. Make sure everything's there.
Every morning that he wakes up, he's got to look down his pants.
Gotcha.
And now I think we're being introduced to the mysterious woman known as Catherine with a C.
Diversity of names in here.
Yes, and she has a really nice bottom, as you can tell.
I can.
And this is Vincent dreaming of having relations with Catherine because he really digs her.
And sheep.
And sheep. And this is my favorite bit of the trailer. We have a montage, lovely hip hop music, and a bit of a saucy scene right there. And look!
Highlight the important parts.
Yes, just in case you missed it. And there are the themes of the game.
And sheep in a tie.
And sheep in a tie. What else do you want in a game? Not much, right?
I don't know. I mean, sheeps and ties.
Yeah, and more sheep, and this is another Vincent nightmare.
That's what else you want in the game, right there. Actually,
a nightmare every night written on the breasts of a young woman, and Vincent wielding a knife and climbing the staircase of doom, the aforementioned staircase of doom. And I think that's it. Falling ants.
Falling ants, yeah.
And I think one more sheep. Yes.
More sheep
Yes.
falling. More sheep falling. So it's about breasts and sheep falling, is it?
I think it's a little bit more subtle. More in depth than that. Not very subtle, obviously. But yes, I think it's about sheep.
All
mainly.
right. All right. Looking forward to this one.
Hola, YouTube New.
So that was the trailer that Sony released for Eco and Shadow of the Colossus, coming soon to the PlayStation 3. You know, I was hoping for more information out of the show for The Last Guardian, which is coming from the same studio, but we'll take that in
really
trade.
showing anything?
Nothing that we could, nothing we have video for.
Oh. Well, you know what else we were seeing that wasn't really showing anything new, but still kind of neat to look at? Ace Combat.
Ace Combat, that's got planes.
The reason behind why we started using real-world locations was that the fictional storyline and fictional world view of prior Ace Combat titles was becoming sort of like a wall for newcomers to come into the franchise, and we wanted newcomers to actually enjoy Ace Combat. So for Assault Horizons, real world locations would actually make newcomers more wanting to come. It's more close to them since it's the real world. The reason why we put in the destruction feature is because, first of all, we want newcomers to see this trailer and say, wow, this destruction is seriously awesome. Actually, the reason behind why we changed Assault Horizon in a different direction from the prior titles is that one of the fans that always buys new software of the series, they told Kono-san that it is a betrayal that now Project Aces isn't making any challenges. And the dev team took that really seriously, and they wanted to challenge something that was completely new and that would satisfy the Ace Combat fans too, and we got this out of it. So in that way, Ace Combat fans can see that Project Aces is doing a new challenge, and they are confident that Ace Combat fans would actually appreciate this game. To put in the new features into Assault Horizon, Ace Combat always wanted to be a flight shooter. And to get that more out of the title, they actually played a lot of FPS games, TPS games to get the new features out. We asked a military author that's very famous to help us out in writing the story. And so players can look forward to a very realistic and dramatic storyline. And the structure of Assault Horizon is made so that prior titles had a briefing, then the mission going on, and then the debriefing and repeating itself. But this time we didn't want the concentration of the players to be cut off in the middle. And we wanted sort of like this addictive situation that the players don't want to stop playing the game. So we stopped doing the mission structure like prior titles, and it's completely seamless now. The cutscenes, the missions itself is completely seamless so that the concentration of the players can be kept. Ace Combat Assault Horizon is coming out in 2011 on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360.
All right, so that last segment, pretty good, huh?
Oh yeah.
I think the only way that it could be any better is if it was in 3D.
No way. 2D, 8-bit, all the way.
No. This next segment has to be in 3D. 3D, go.
Hello and welcome, folks, to the show floor of Tokyo Game Show 2010. Chris Waters here with Dan Chiappini, reporting on one of the major issues here at TGS, three-dimensional gameplay.
I, for one, think that maybe this 3D fad is starting a little too soon. It's taken off so quickly. 2 dimensions are still perfectly good. Do I need to put on glasses first?
I don't think you do, Dan. I think those glasses can remain right there on your head while you enjoy yourself some good old-fashioned 2D gameplay. You know, what we're concerned about, folks, is amidst all the 3D hubbub, the 2D games aren't getting the respect, the love, and the dedication they should be. So we're here to represent. And no better place to start than at a hotbed of 3D Vanguard here at PacMan booth at Namco Bandai.
Now, this is one of history's greatest video games. It's one of the most iconic, and we've got 2 very diverse sorts of views here. We've got the original PacMan arcade machine in 2D, classic 2D, and next to it, in a tech demo, we've got 3D PacMan.
That's true. People were lining up here all day, putting on glasses, and PacMan was just sitting there, not getting the love he deserved.
No. I think there are some other good examples of 2D that we can find on the show floor. How about we head out and check it out?
Let's do it. Here's a good example right here, the Behemoth. Makers of Castle Crashers and Battle Block Theater, stylish 2D games, top notch.
Amazing pedigree, and I don't need glasses. Chris, case in point, Ridge Racer 7. Not a bad game, but does it need 3D?
I liked it in the days when I could look at the screen when someone's playing and tell what was going on without getting a headache.
We'll get the family around, they can watch me playing rather than having them pop on the specs.
It's more social that way.
2D.
2D. Winning 11 2011, Castlevania Lords of Shadow.
Whoa, 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 whoa. 1 and 1. 2D.
That's good math, Dan. Good math. It's heartening to know that in the creeping world of 3D integration, some of the big boys are standing behind 2D. Case in point right behind us.
Monster Hunter. It's one of the world's most popular franchises. The lines have been insane here at TGS. I don't see any 3D.
I see a 3 behind. Portable 3, no D.
Let's get going. Chris, I don't even know what this one is. There's some crazy stuff on the floor at TGS, but this isn't any better, and it wouldn't be any better in 3D.
Exactly. Dramatic soccer, anime, adventure, sports games. Really 2D is their best fit.
Safe 2D.
Safe 2D. Folks, one of the companies that's on the forefront of this 3D movement that so concerns my colleague and I is Sony. Right behind us, Dan. A lot of big 3D games, am I right?
There's a lot here in 3D. It's not all in 3D, but a good chunk of it is. We've got Killzone 3, we've got Motorstorm 3, anything with a 3 in it, and iPad is also coming to 3D.
They're really pushing the 3D hard. Maybe because they sell 3D TVs, maybe because they believe it's the future of gaming. But, you know, the results speak for themselves.
Perhaps it's a coincidence. I'm not entirely sure. They've got the devices, they've got the software. But, Chris, you're in luck. I've seen something over here in 2D, and we gotta check it out.
This sounds intriguing, folks. We're gonna get on it.
You're in luck, Chris, because I've scoured the show floor this year, and I think I found exactly the thing to save 2D.
All right,
none of these pesky glasses. Check it out. It's a light gun shooter.
Oh my goodness. Look at that color, that action. It's so vivid.
If you can look me in the eye now, Chris, and tell me that replicating this with a set of 3D glasses will make it a better experience, I have nothing to offer you.
I can't do it, Dan. I mean, this is one of the reasons we've struggled so long, played so many terrible games. So games like this can come around, and so many years of 2D development, support for 2D from gamers like you, like us. Dan, I think we've made our point.
From us to you, please save 2D.
It's your responsibility. It's all of our responsibilities for the future.
All right, so joining me now is Matt, one of our graphics guys. Like, what are you working on here during the show? Cool. So I heard there was a game announcement. What is it? All right, and we have a trailer for this now? All right, let's run this trailer. All right, you know, one of the things going on around here, a lot of cosplay. So, any favorites on your cosplay characters?
Oh yeah, my favorite GameSpot cosplayer, Luigi V, is in Tokyo.
Wait, Luigi V?
Luigi V from Comic-Con. Didn't you see Comic-Con, Luigi
I was
V?
gone during Comic-Con. What's going on here?
Just check out the video.
All right, rolling it.
Oh, hey guys, how's it going? It's your old pal Luigi here at Tokyo Game Show 2010. I'm at Cosplay Alley, where people like yours truly come dressed up in costume and get their picture taken by thousands of adoring fans. I got into a little bit of legal hot water back in San Diego, and I don't want to say I fled the country, but I sure did get out of there in a hurry. But the good news is I made my way over here to Tokyo, where I'm going to try to take over as King Cosplayer of Tokyo Game Show 2010. Let's see how it goes. That's a cool costume. That's a cool costume. I like that one. Fun fact, this is actually what my body hair looks like underneath the costume. It's hereditary. I have a lot of chest hair. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, a-doo. Boop, boop, a-doo. Hello. That's right. Walking around. That lady seems to have parrot earmuffs. I think that's what those are. Parrot earmuffs? Are those in this season? I'm not entirely sure. I like the look though. That looks good. Oh, sad Ryu. Nobody's taking his picture. Well, no, they're taking his picture now. Showing some chest hair. Nice work, Ryu. Nice work. What? Is that even legal? I don't think that costume is legal in Japan. That's showing, I think that's skin, but I'm not sure. Wow. You can buy maid costumes like that at 7-Eleven here. It's awesome. One of the many reasons I love Japan. Also, I could probably stand to show a little bit more cleavage, judging by some of these girls over here, but maybe that's next year. I don't want to use up all my tricks in 1 year. I wonder what these girls are dressed as. Looks pretty good. I think they dressed as like people who just murdered a Yeti and are wearing its skin. Okay, I think this is how you do it. You line up against the wall so people can line up and take pictures of you. It's a little bit more orderly. It's a little bit more civil. I guess I just stand here and let the crowd come to me. Oh, somebody's pointing at me. That dude wants to get my shot. And I can't blame him, to be honest with you. I think I have to pose to actually get them to come to me. I'm not sure which one I want yet. Anybody? Any takers? Get a profile. Get a profile to show off my figure. I didn't spend months in the gym getting into shape like this so that you guys could just take pictures from the front. Get this. I worked hard on this. Yeah. I think this is what I need to do. These girls are actually kind of hot. I didn't notice them at first. Oh, yeah. I'm a pretty big deal in Japan. I'm not going to lie with you right now. Oh, God. I'm stopping traffic. Security guards are going to hate me. Oh. Oh, I think he wants your picture. I think he wants to take your picture. Here, I'll let you take his picture. There you go. Here's my impression of tiny Luigi who just got a mushroom. Oh, wubba, wubba, wubba! Get it? Hey, how you doing? That's real. That's real. That's all convention center hot dogs and months in the gym. What in the hell is this? Who's this guy? Dressing up as Luigi. Oh, there we go. I can, thank you. This is it right here. Yeah, I don't need some cute Japanese girl in an orange dress. I have like 9 dudes taking my picture. One of those dudes has an orange camera. It's perfect. Fate. Fate. Sorry, other Luigi. Yeah. Oh no! Oh no, I'm dead. You guys probably don't want me on the outside. You want me front and center. That's what I do best. That other Luigi's probably not so bad. I should get my picture taken with him. It's hard to move around here because I don't want these people to be disappointed by me walking too fast and them getting a blurry shot. I need a pose. There we go. No. Turns out we're friends all along. TGS 2010. You've been wonderful, but I really have to go to the bathroom now. Which way is it? I have no idea. Maybe left.
All right, so moving along, Dave, what's our next segment?
Smut. Smut.
What?
Smut.
Smut?
Smut. Yeah.
Well, Sophia, we are back here in Tokyo for the Tokyo Game Show, and like in years past, there's a lot of games here for girls, a lot of games to make a young girl feel empowered and independent and modern, Maybe we should go check them out.
No. You did this to me 2 years ago, and it was all about smut. Don't lie to me. It's not for girls. You're on your own.
Smut? Come on. Well, guess I'm on my own then. All right, here we go. I wonder where we can find some good girl games. Where are they? Hey, oh, Dan. Dan, it's you. How you doing, buddy? What are you looking at?
Hey, Sean.
What is this?
Hot elf chicks.
I know they're hot, but they're pictures. We need to find interactive hot elf chicks.
That's the start.
No, interaction.
TGS. There'll be plenty on the floor. You want to go have a look for something else?
Yes. Oh, hey, it's Chris. Hey, buddy, what are you looking at?
Oh, just, catching up on some J-pop tunes.
Yeah.
Some dude tell you, man.
Some dude just handed us her bio just now, and check this out. Born in 1992.
How old does that make her, Chris?
What is that? That's 18, right?
Barely.
That's good math. That's fine. That was a video game, right?
Come on, let's find something more in your age bracket.
Come on, buddy. We got just the thing for you.
I think that's enough. I think we're gonna have to go very soon.
I think these educational girl empowerment games are not all they're cracked up to be. I don't think I don't think I'm going to waste any more time with those.
No, I think I'm ready to go home.
Yeah. Speaking of which, before we leave, where's Chris?
I haven't seen him in a while. I think he might have headed off to the bathroom after that last one.
That's right. Oh, wait, hold on. Here he is. Hey. Hey, Chris. Chris. What are you doing?
Wow.
Is that what?
Yeah.
Is that? Yeah. Yes, that is.
Yep.
Yes.
There he goes.
Yeah, that's that's what that is. I don't know if I just maybe we can. Yeah, maybe sure you guys can just go ahead and maybe, yeah, we'll just.
Alright, so we've already had a bit of cosplay on the show with Luigi, but that's not quite all that's going on down there. Cosplay Alley, there's a bit of stuff there. You seen it?
Oh, I have. I've seen too much, I believe.
Yeah, they work hard down there. Those photographers, they make those cosplayers work.
Yes, all the posing, all the flashing lights, and it's hot and humid, and people actually smoke down there too.
Yeah, but some of them, they're not just there kind of like working for the photographers. Some of them, that is their work. They make a career out of it.
Oh, this is very true. They are very dedicated, and we actually got to follow two around.
All right, well, let's check that out.
Here at Tokyo Game Show, Cosplay Alley is a time-honored tradition where fans from all walks of life dress up as their favorite characters in meticulously constructed costumes to show their appreciation, line up, and get their pictures taken. Now, while you may think most of the people out here are amateurs just doing it for their own fun, and some of them are, there are also a few among them that are professionals who make this their job. We've taken it upon ourselves to search out some of these professionals and find out more about the job behind cosplaying. What's it like? How does one get into it? And what are the daily struggles they have to face in their efforts to be the best cosplayers they can be? Now, I've located two ladies over here who seem to fit the part. We're gonna go interview them and see if we can find out more. Fittingly posed here beneath the cover of Cosmode magazine, I found two ladies who claim to be professional cosplayers. Ladies, before we get into talking about your jobs and your profession, how you got into it, please tell the folks at home who you're dressed as.
I'm Yuna.
No, I'm Yuna.
No, I'm Yuna.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm Yuna.
No, I'm Yuna.
No, but I'm...
Ladies, professionals, I thought that you were... And we're back here with Yuna. And Yuna, it also... Yeah. Yuna's, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, blue blouse Yuna. How did you first get interested in cosplaying?
Well, my parents kicked me out of the house when I was 15 years old. So I ran away to Cosplay Academy, and it was very tough for me because I was an outcast, but I learnt my way through the ranks, and I am now a cosplayer, official cosplayer.
So it would seem now, has it always been Yuna for you, or have you experimented with other costumes?
I have experimented with other costumes, but I find that this is the most revealing. This is the one I've been sporting for about 3.5 years now.
And has that been, during that time, you've been doing this professionally?
This is a full-time job for me. This is what I do. And I don't get paid, I don't get sick leave, I don't get benefits or anything like that. I just do this because I love cosplaying.
You don't get paid, then how is it a full-time job?
Well, it's a full-time commitment is what I mean.
Well, your dedication to the craft is clear, but
Hi.
Hello, Yuna.
Hi.
Welcome back. Now we've heard from your colleague that how she got into cosplaying. Can you tell us how you got your start?
Well, I've just watched other people do, and I figured, you know what, that would be fun. And it seemed, a lot of hard work, and it all pays off at the end.
Well, aside from, all the adoration you get, of course, that's a great reward. It's not easy to be a cosplayer. It seems professional rivalries among other things. Can you tell us some of the other struggles you have to face?
Yeah, it's tough because I haven't eaten in 3 days. Yeah, we have to stay dehydrated so that we can fit into our costumes.
Do you have any advice for folks at home who might be interested in pursuing a future in cosplaying?
Yeah, just don't eat.
We've managed to get the two Yunas back in here for one final shot, folks, here from Tokyo Game Show. It's been fascinating to learn what these professional ladies go through for their craft. Hope you've enjoyed our feature here, and as you can see, the ladies are back into pose mode, so I don't think we're going to get anything more out of them. And hopefully I'll be able to escape before I get poked in the eye or get in between the clash of the Yunas.
Alright, so here at GameSpot we do a lot of reviews of games, but sometimes we just want to review other things. Just review the world around us, isn't that right, Frank?
Like ambiance?
Like,
I mean, we're
just
talking about
everything.
setup.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true. We like to check things out. We've been getting a lot of footage of the TGS show 4 this week.
Just all the booths and everything. What do you think of them?
Quality of the booth babes. They're looking pretty good from the footage that I've been sifting through today. We got a lot of good stuff. I put together a montage, and a couple of the GameSpot editors did a little voiceover on it. We're going to throw that to you right now.
From dancing girls to sweaty dudes with cameras, it's the Tokyo Game Show floor, and there we have them both embodied perfectly. Chris Waters here, accompanied by Randolph Ramsey, and we got this little sizzle reel put together here. We're going to try to show you some of the sights and sounds in the manic, in-your-face way that it all really feels like it's coming at you when you're actually down there.
That's right. It's just crazy, isn't it, Chris? It's just absolutely crazy. This girl was just cleaning windows all day.
That woman was about to tackle a cameraman.
Yeah, exactly. And this chick is just punching for the hell of it. It's just a lot of anger.
Not only that stage is actually elevated about 20 feet above the show floor for everyone to view.
Yeah, I think it's the upskirt stage, basically. This is something that we could probably discuss offline right now. And look at that girl's hat!
Fair enough!
What a great hat!
That was a stunning hat.
And so are these girls, and that guy, I don't know, I think he just sneaked into that shot. He totally photobombed that shot.
Zombies are the original photobomb.
And Motorstorm is obviously one of the games on show, and a lot of girls with guns. Guns was a big thing this year, and zombies, obviously.
Guns, girls, zombies, I mean, that's the big three, right? The trifecta that any game developer really strives for.
Exactly. I think it's going to be sexy girls and sexy guns, the theme for TGS 2011. Okay, she's getting that gun way too close to her face. I think that's the first time she actually held that gun.
She probably does not have a gun safety merit badge from the local chapter of Girl Scout.
And Halo Reach, this is the hottest game in
Never
Tokyo
heard of
Game
it.
Show right now. Actually, it's kind of not, is it? No one's going.
I mean, there's a little bit, but look, she's starting the party here.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this game was actually more popular than Halo Reach. There was a bigger lineup for that, right?
There was a bigger lineup for that chick.
Yeah, and Gun Loco, you played this. It is, okay, there's a rabbit on screen getting shot. I don't understand what's happening.
Pretty unperturbed by it, still acting a little manic. That is Loco. Oh, squirmy.
I have no idea what's happening here except that Mollusk is getting hit.
And it's not the first time I've said that today, unfortunately.
That Mollusk is getting hit?
Yeah.
This is last year's booth, babe. I think they left her in the Dead Rising 2 booth from last year.
Baked in the sun for too long.
Baked in the sun. And Mega Man looks angry about it.
He's a stern fellow.
Because he's totally pro-women.
That is a nice scene of a Monster Hunter, which is basically a game where you maul monsters in their junk.
And then there's a Capcom girl again. And hello, girls.
Capcom, Koei Tecmo, everyone who's anybody, Namco Bandai, Gamania,
has booth babes.
Has booth babes.
We seem to have just looked at a lot of booth babes in this clip, and Sonic.
That's really part of the Tokyo experience.
Alright, well that's gonna about do it for our TGS show, but we've got one little special thing to give away, don't we?
We do indeed, because we care. We have hand-selected a meaningful gift from Japan, which we'd like to share with you right now. So let's have a look at it. It's a slightly used talking alarm clock. Okay, turn it.
Yeah. So if you want a chance to win this marvelous piece of technology, answer this question. Now, what is an almost extinct delicacy in Japan? Now, this is something that if you're watching this show, we mentioned it in our pop-up trivia. So check back through there. If you think you know the answer, use the answer trivia module on the side or below, or you can email us at onthespot@gamespot.com. That about wraps it up.
It totally does. It's one more TGS. We hope you guys like the coverage. We had a lot of fun bringing it to you, and we found all this neat stuff. So, yeah, thanks a lot.
All right. See you next TGS.
God, I can't get this thing open with these gloves. Waiter, waiter. Front desk, anybody? I can't open my soda. Oh, well, no time for soda. Back to costumes.